Hi, Pile 1. If you chose the Bloodstone heart, this is going to be your reading. I guess bring it down here. This is going to be your reading. Right, today we're just going to be looking at your future spouse and the how, what, when, and where you're going to be meeting them, along with, a little bit of interesting tidbits of information. So we're going to be looking at some oracle cards, and then if any questions come up in the reading, I'll use the pendulum to narrow down some answers. Okay, so this is about how your first meeting with your future spouse, and then the information surrounding that. Okay, so let's get to your reading. So first we're going to look at how. Okay, how are you going to meet them? What's going to be going on in your life? What will you be doing? Stuff like that. That's going to facilitate this first meeting with them. So we've got the Grand Cross, the Provoker. So there's definitely going to be some tension going on in your life when this first meeting takes place. And we've got Capricorn, and then we've got the 12th house. All right, so some information that's coming through. I'm seeing legalities, courthouses, lawyers, judges, paperwork, contracts, things of that nature. So when this first meeting is happening, you're going to be in the midst of dealing with some kind of an unpleasant situation. You're going to be working hard at getting answers and resolution regarding this situation. And it is going to happen when you least expect it. Okay, 12th house is all about Pisces, and it's unknown, hidden, secretive type of stuff, things on the down low, stuff like that. Capricorn is all about reputation, business, career. So it could be, the situation could have something to do with your business. And the Grand Cross is, it's just a very tense situation, but I see that you're going to be on top of it, whatever that situation is. Okay, and you're going to be working very hard. Capricorn's a very grounded, hardworking, strategic sign, and so you're going to be on top of the situation, certainly, but it's going to be during something that you're not really wanting to deal with, but it's necessary. Okay, so you're going to be in the middle of that situation. And again, some keywords to think about are legalities, lawyers, judges, courthouses, paperwork, contracts, something that might have to do with reputation, work, career, business, situations that are kind of clandestine or hidden, secretive, things of that nature. Okay, all right, let's see. Next we're going to be looking at what are you going to be doing. So it says listen to guidance of your soul. We have Aries, then we have the North Node. All right, so wow, you're definitely going to be in the middle of pursuing your life purpose. You're going to be on that path. So, God, this is going to be this time in your life when the two of you first meet. Like I said, the situation is going to be unpleasant, but it's also going to be very powerful, a very powerful catalyst in your life. I'm also picking up a strong soulmate, maybe even a twin flame connection with this person. So you're going to be in the middle of righting some kind of a wrong. is what's coming through. Aries is the initiator in the zodiac. When I think of an Aries, I think of them busting through walls, busting through boundaries, establishing new trends and new patterns, things of that nature. There may be, like it says here, an air of competitiveness, taking over some kind of a leadership role. Definitely getting the sense of a pioneer, it says. And that very much the energy of the warrior. Interesting. And then you've got the North Node, which is all about life purpose, the journey, karmic destiny, things of that nature. All right, so you're going to be in the middle of just forging, moving forward full steam ahead, resolving a situation that was not in your highest and best good, and then moving forward into your calling, your life purpose, your karmic destiny. And you're going to be very headstrong about it, assertive. I'm not getting a sense of selfishness in this regard. It's just you've dealt with a lot and you're done dealing with stuff you shouldn't have to deal with. You're ready to leave the past in the past and move forward with a whole new sense of drive, direction, and purpose. Okay. All right, let's look at when. Get some possible markers as to when this first meeting is going to take place. All right, so I got some astrological dice here. Oh, we've got the moon. Okay, so the moon is Cancer. So it can be Cancer season, which is going to be late June, early July, or the last two, late June, early July. It can also mean within the next 28 days. Okay. We've got Sagittarius, which is December, or late November, December. And then we got the third house, which is ruled by Gemini. Okay, so Gemini is going to be late March, late May, early June. Okay, and this is a timeless reading, so just think about, from the time you're watching this video. So 3 could also mean within 3 weeks or possibly 3 months as well. 3 years, no, I don't think it's going to be within 3 years. And so the latest this is going to extend out, it's just definitely within a year. But for most of you, I feel like this is going to happen fairly quickly. Like whatever the situation that the cards are talking about is something that you're in the midst of going through right now. So I honestly feel like this meeting for you guys is going to happen very, very quickly. Okay, so again, we've got Cancer season, Gemini season, Sagittarius season. It can be within, within 28 days, clear out to about 3 months, possibly maybe a year. Okay, but for most of you, it's going to be happening probably within the next 3 months. All right, so let's pick up some just some kind of like extra neat little tidbits that might help you out here, kind of figuring out who, what, when, where, and why. So this person says they called you the other night, met you more than a year ago. So this person is someone that's already in your life somehow. They speak with an accent, has an unusual hair feature. They hum often, definitely when they're happy. At least 1/3 of their body is covered in tattoos. And then they have lost a loved one within the last year. All right, so what I want to know, we're going to ask the pendulum this, is just confirmation that most of pile 1, already knows their future spouse somehow. And that's a yes. Okay, so most of you already know them. Are they someone who is very active in your life right now? Okay, so what I'm getting from this, because that says no, is that this person is connected to your social circle, connected to your social circle somehow, like within your friends and your family. But like you're separated maybe by like a couple of degrees, meaning like, you know, degrees of separation. So like, you know, someone that knows someone that knows someone that knows them. And look, the pendulum is like, yep. Okay. But you have met this person. So when you meet them, again, like it'll be kind of like a, you know, some kind of a chance meeting. So this is going to be a chance. Yeah, it's going to be very unexpected, you meeting up with them again. But you're going to remember that your paths have crossed at some point. Okay. And so, for those of you, it says that they called you the other night. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's an actual phone call. It could be some kind of a communication through, especially with, you know, Gemini coming through over there in the 3rd house, social media, email, some kind of a contact in that way. And yeah, the pendulum is saying yes. Okay. So for most of you, this person is already someone you've met. You are aware of this person. You're not going to, and let me double check with this one. You're going to meet them through your social circle. Okay, no. So you're not going to meet them like through your friends or through your family or through your social circle or anything like that. What's going to end up happening is you're going to meet them, and then later on at some point find out that the two of you have, you know, somebody, a mutual friend of some kind in common somehow. Yeah, so I'm not sure that you have an actual friend that is friends with this person. But they're going to know who your friend is, okay? And then they, of course, they also know who you are, or they know of you, just like you know of them. All right, let's see. Let's narrow down. See if we can narrow down the timing of this meeting. So, pile 1 is, for the most part, is going to be within the first 28 days. Okay, most of you, it's going to be, okay, so let's see. Most of pile 1 is going to be within 3 months. Within 6 months. Okay. The majority of you are going to meet this person within the next 6 months. Okay, so 6 months from the time that you are viewing this reading is when you'll be meeting them, okay? Let's see, was there any other, I do want to say, and this is so weird, when I was shuffling your cards, as I was connecting to the energy of your future, you and your future spouse, I got a really strong, a really strong sense that this person is going to be, very much enjoy pleasuring you orally, okay? I don't know why that information came through like that. I wasn't looking for anything like that, but that was one of the first bits of information that came up intuitively as I was shuffling the cards and connecting to your energy and their energy. And all right, there you have it. All right, pile 1, that was your reading. If this reading helped you out, do me a favor and subscribe, smash that like button, share and comment, because I always really respect your guys' feedback. I honor it, and I look forward to reading for you guys again very soon. Love you guys. Bye. Hi, pile 2. This is your reading if you chose the Bumblebee Jasper heart. All right, we're going to be looking at your first meeting with your future spouse. Okay, the how, what, when, where, all that good stuff. And yes, we are going to be looking at some timing. Okay, I will say that while I was shuffling, holding this stone and then shuffling your cards as I was connecting to the higher self of your future spouse and yourself. It came through that this person, when this connection happens, is gonna have like a really nice vehicle, very sporty, and I'm hearing some of them, it's even gonna be like kind of loud, very, very, a very showy, flashy type of vehicle. Okay, so I'm not sure why that information came through, but it sure did. All right, so first what we're going to look at is how is this first meeting going to happen? What's going to be going on with you and your environment when this meeting happens? Okay, so we've got a solar eclipse, which could be literal. Now, solar eclipse means transformations, changes, things like that. So it can just mean that it's going to happen during a time when you're in the midst of a really important transformation in your life, and or it could actually mean that it's going to be very close to the next solar eclipse, depending on when you're watching this video. Okay, as of the filming of this video, the next solar eclipse that's happening is June the 10th of 2021, and right today I think it's like June the 4th. All right, but this is a timeless video, so the next solar eclipse, yeah, from the time you're watching this video. All right, and then we've got Grand Trine blessings, 12th house escape, and then first house the body. So what's coming up, honestly, the impression that I'm getting is some kind of a like this meeting is going to happen when you're involved in something that has to do with kind of like a makeover. All right, so you could meet them at the gym, you know, while you're doing your nails, getting a haircut or a hair color, shopping for a new wardrobe, even like during a seminar, like a personal growth seminar, or some kind of a retreat. And I'm not really sure why, but what's coming up is like a plant medicine retreat, things of that nature. So when I say a makeover, you know, a makeover, like everything is pretty much, we've got the body here, we've got the mind here, like the subconscious, you know, we've got the sun, and then we've got the Grand Trine. And so this is like a complete makeover of mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so very interesting. But I am like, you know, when I think about transformation like this, if I'm going to think of where, like I said, it's going to be some kind of a retreat, possibly overseas from where you live, like a seminar, you know, things of that nature. Okay, Tony Robbins is coming through for some reason, you know, or seminars of that nature. All right, so next what we're going to look at is what, okay, what are you going to be doing when this is going on? We've got Libra, Jupiter, and then we've got Venus. Okay, which that's really interesting because Venus is, you know, one of the leaders of, or rulers of Libra. So, you could be witnessing some kind of some of you, this could be, you could meet this person at some kind of like a commitment ceremony. Like again, there's, you know, like the makeup, you know, the whole makeover to the body. And then we've got, you know, yeah, so it's just, it really is a huge, huge feeling of meeting this person at some kind of a workshop, but it seems bigger than that. So like a retreat is really coming through. Like, I mean, the retreats that last like 5, 7, you know, some of them last 2 weeks, something like that, where, you know, during a period of time where you're working on just a complete overhaul of your mind, body, and spirit. Interesting. Okay. Now what we're going to be looking at is timing. Okay, some possible timing markers as to when this first meeting is going to happen. All right, here we've got Mercury, the 8th house, and then we've got Aquarius. And so Mercury, that's going to be either Gemini season, which is going to be late May, early June, which, as you know, as we're in this video, we're in Gemini season right now, or it can also be Virgo. So Virgo is going to be early September. My mind just went blank. Late August, I think. August, September, yeah. So late August, early September. And then Aquarius season is late January, early February. 8th house is Scorpio rules the late 8th house, so late October, early November. All right, so there's some possible timing markers for you as to when. And so 8 can also mean, you know, 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months. Definitely not 8 years. So, you know, 8 months would be the extent of that. But 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months. Okay. And I'll use my pendulum to see if I can narrow down a time stamp for most of you as to when this connection is going to happen. Okay, let's look at, here, I'll put these up here so maybe you can still see them. I don't know if you can or not. Here we go. There's some extra little information about your future spouse and the time that you meet. So it says that they met you more than 1 year ago. They own their own home. Already knows who you are, okay. Has more vowels than consonants in their last name. Goes by a nickname, and then has dark hair. So for most of you, it's very possible for some of you that you actually may have had a date with this person more than a year ago for some of you, and for whatever reason, you know, it just, nothing ever panned out. And that's actually not for, that's for a small subset of you. Let's use the pendulum to see if so you were introduced to this person more than a year ago. Pile 2 is aware of this person currently. Okay, so what that's telling me is that you were probably introduced to them in passing at some point in your past, and you've completely forgotten about this person. When you do meet them again, when that first meeting happens again, and you guys start talking, they'll probably recognize you before you'll recognize them, and then, you know, you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember now, you know, we met at, you know, such and such a place, or whatever. And this could just simply be talking about, you know, maybe this is talking about how you met them at a seminar, or, you know, a workshop or a retreat, and then you cross paths with them again somehow, and, you know, that's when it comes, that's when you remember, like, oh, I met you. And or it could also mean that, you know, your paths crossed, and they're going to cross again at a retreat or a seminar or something like that. Okay, I'm not getting a sense that anybody in your social circle or your friends and family, I don't get that they are connected to that. Yeah, so this is going to be a very, a meeting of chance. So, it's just, you're going to be at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, and this meeting is going to happen again, okay? And what I'm also picking up is the reason why, well, there's multiple reasons why this meeting didn't happen, like the relationship wasn't established at that point in time. It could have been that one or both of you were already in a relationship, things of that nature, okay? So, yeah. What else do we have? Oh, let's see if we can narrow down a time frame. So, pile 2 will be meeting this person. This first meeting will be happening within 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 4 months. All right, so 4 months within the time you're watching this video, most of you will connect with this person, okay? This first meeting will take place. Okay, yeah, and that's all that's coming through for right now, you guys, okay? So thank you so much for letting me read for you. Do me a favor, and if this video brought you any kind of value, definitely subscribe, smash that like button, share and comment. I value your feedback so much, and I look forward to reading for you guys again very soon. Bye. Well, hello, pile 3. If you chose the Lepidolite heart, this is going to be your reading. So we're going to be looking at your very first meeting with your future spouse, okay? And when I say we're looking at the first meeting, it's going to be detailed. We're going to look at the how, at the what, even the when, as to, the timing when this this meeting is going to happen, all right? So I'll be using the cards, I'll be using the astrological dice, and then if any kind of questions pop up that I can zero down the information, we'll use the pendulum for that, all right? All right, so first we're going to look at how. How are you going to meet your future spouse? And we've got the moon. Oh, okay, so first, okay, let me go ahead and pull these real quick. We got the North Node, life purpose, and then we have sun, spirit. All right, so while I was shuffling the cards for this particular reading for you guys, pile 3, and I was connecting to your energy and the energy of your future spouse, the first thing that came to my mind was the infinity symbol. And I wasn't really quite sure how that was going to factor into this reading, but now I'm seeing we've got, the yin and the yang. Actually, it would be the yin and the yang. And then we got the North Node in the middle. And so how this is going to happen is, first of all, this is a twin flame connection, okay? You guys have literally been your souls have known each other your entire life, as far as, maybe not your entire lifetime, but your souls have known each other for eternity, because you are one and the same, okay? They are the yin to your yang, or vice versa, all right? So this is a twin flame connection. This aspect has not come up really in any of the other readings this strongly. So how this connection is going to happen, it's predestined. You're just going to be pulled together, okay? This isn't giving me any kind of an idea as to what is actually going to be going on. Hopefully the next, these cards hopefully will give me more of a picture of what you will be doing in the physical realm, that is, when this first meeting is actually going to happen. But how this meeting is going to happen is very, it's very spiritual, okay? It's happening because you're supposed to, all right? Your energies are being drawn together. This is a twin flame connection. So that's pretty much the expanse of that part, okay? So what are you going to be doing? So we've got Taurus. So there's definitely like a feeling of some kind of like maybe a get together. There's going to be some food present. You're going to be in your, what's that? How do you say that? You're going to be in your comfort zone when this meeting happens, okay? And we'll explore more of that later. We got the fire element. We got Pisces coming through, and then we've got, yes, see the south node. Look at that. North node, south node. You got the moon and the sun. Yin and yang all the way. Okay, anyway, so what is going to be happening when this first meeting is taking place? And there's a couple of things. It looks like it's kind of like a couple of things are going to be happening at the same time. So you're definitely going to be in your element. It could be at a get together with family and friends, possibly like, you know, some kind of a family reunion. It could even happen at your house, possibly, or just your, you know, a place where you feel very comfortable, you feel very at home, or around people that give you that kind of a sense. You're definitely going to be enjoying yourself, whatever it is you're doing. I just see a lot of laughs, a lot of smiles, just indulging in some of life's pleasures. And you're going to be, when you meet this person, the attraction is going to be instant. You're going to know it. It's going to be a knowing. It's going to be, you're going to literally feel kind of like a spark. There's just some kind of, you're going to feel a very visceral kind of a feeling. You might even say, oh, it's that spark, right? And it goes beyond attraction. It's going to be hard for you to explain. It's hard for me to explain, but you're just going to know, okay? At the same time that this is going on in the physical realm, you're also going to be in the midst of finishing up some old business, possibly with someone else, tying up loose ends, and I feel like you may have possibly have even been picking up on this person leading up to this first meeting. Like maybe the two of you have been meeting in the astral realm, maybe in your dreams. Maybe their energy has just been around yours and your energy around them. It's just the closer that you guys get in proximity, especially when I say proximity, I mean physical proximity. Like maybe it's possible that your paths have crossed multiple times, and you may not even realize it, but you're able to pick up on their energy. So like if you're out and about and your paths cross, say like if you're, you know, not feeling really into it, whatever you're doing, and then your paths cross just kind of in passing somehow, without actually meeting, and they're in a good mood, all of a sudden it's just like your mood lightens, that kind of a thing. The connection is very strong right now between the two of you, okay, which makes me think that this connection is actually going to be happening very, very quickly, which that's what we're going to be looking at next is your timing. So yeah. Okay, let's look at some possible astrological markers to give us an idea when this meeting is going to take place. We've got Aries. Let's see, the 4th house, and then we've got Uranus. So this can be Aquarius season, which Aquarius is late January, early February. We got Aries season, which is late March, early April. And then the 4th house is ruled by Cancer, which is late June, early July. Okay. 4 could also mean 4 days, 4 weeks, all the way up to about 4 months, as far as timing goes. And I will use the pendulum here in a little bit to see if we can narrow this timing down. So this is a timeless reading. So all these, just depends on when you're watching this video, okay, is when that timing is going to happen. All right, so now we're going to just kind of look at some miscellaneous info about your future spouse in this timing. It says spends their money quickly. Something tells me you might also, with Taurus coming through, you definitely like to feel comfortable. Let's see, here we have, they have a severe allergy to something. They have a noticeable facial feature. They're a vegetarian. Make something valuable with their own hands. Interesting. So they could possibly be into woodworking, pottery making, maybe they paint. And if, the stuff that they make, that they make something valuable with their own hands, it's not necessarily that they sell these things, although they could all be crafters of some kind, but the value could be high sentimental value. They make things for other people that they love, and these are things that will last a lifetime and can be passed down from generation to generation, that kind of energy. All right, let's see, let's look at let's narrow down the timing, see if we can narrow down the timing. Pile 3 will meet their future spouse within the next 30 days. Within the next 60 days. 90. 4 months. 5 months. Okay, most of you are going to be coming across this person. This first meeting will happen around 5 months from the time you're watching this video. All right, I think that's everything that I've got for you guys today. So if this video, if you found it valuable at all, just do me a favor and subscribe, smash that like button, share and comment. I always value your guys' feedbacks and testimonials and whatever else you got for me, okay? And I will look forward to reading for you again very soon. Take care, you guys. Bye. Hey, to my pile 4s. If you picked the Indian Sardonyx heart, this is going to be your reading. We're going to look at your first spouse and just some very detailed information about your very first meeting with your future spouse. Okay, so let's get right to it. So for this reading, we're going to be looking at some oracle cards. We're also going to be looking at some astrological dice, and then if some questions come up that need clarification, I'm going to use the pendulum to get some exact answers. All right, so this is going to be a very interesting reading for ya. All right, so first we're going to look at the how. All right, how are you going to be meeting your future spouse? And so we've got Chiron, which is known as the wounded healer. Second house. Then we have the sun. So with the sun being present, this could possibly mean that you're going to be meeting at a birthday party, possibly your birthday party, or maybe even their birthday party. But I'm getting more like, because the second house is in here also, I feel like you're going to be very much in your element. You're going to be feeling very comfortable. It may even be in your house, or maybe the house of someone you're very close to. So some kind of a birthday party, very closely associated to you, if not your own birthday party, I feel like is where this first meeting. And then with Chiron healing showing up, whatever it is you're participating in at the time, it's going to feel very rejuvenated, very restorative. If you've been going through any kind of rough challenges and stuff like that, this celebration is really going to put you in the mood for, you're just going to be feeling happy. The rejuvenation keeps wanting to come through. So like if you've been spiritually, emotionally, mentally thirsty, quote unquote, you're going to feel very rejuvenated, very restored, you know. Yeah, so that's what's coming through for you guys. Like I said, if it's not your birthday party or at your house, you're going to be in your element among your people. So let's ask the pendulum. Let's see. This meeting will take place through friends, family, or a social circle. Okay, that's a yes. So your future spouse already knows someone in your social circle. They will very soon. Okay, so your future spouse doesn't yet know someone in your social circle, but someone in your social circle is going to be meeting your future spouse very soon. And then that person, the person in your social circle, will be bringing this person around at some point in time. Okay, so it could be that maybe this birthday party could be this person in your social circle, and they invite this person to their birthday party, and that's where you meet them. That's a possibility. Okay, but yeah, so for the vast majority of you guys watching this video, this person will enter your life through your social circle at some kind of a party that is going to be in your element. So, you know, you're going to be, you know, very comfortable at this party, very much among your element. It's even almost like a sense of home. If it's not your physical home, it's just the people who feel like home to you. Okay, so people that you're very, very close to. All right, very close friends, very close family members, you know, a very close cousin, you know, sister, something like that. All right. All right, now let's look at what you're going to be doing when this first meeting takes place. So some kind of something new. So whatever this party might be, it actually may be a place you've never been to before, but it's with people who feel like home to you. There may even be some kind of traveling involved. Could be somebody's baptism. Could be some kind of something that has some kind of a spiritual undertone to it. What I'm picking up, though, is that you're just going to feel it. So you're going to be in a season of like brand new things. Something's going to be going on with you spiritually. Hold on, let me grab, where did my pendulum go? Let's see what's going to be happening. Something new and exciting. You're going to be doing something very new and exciting. that's a yes. And so this first meeting, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be trying something out for the very first time that you've never done before. It may possibly be something that you've been either thinking about or talking about for a while. No, it says no. Is this going to be something very spontaneous? Kind of. Okay, so it's not really anything that you've put in a lot of thought and or like, you know, mental or emotional energy into. This may be something that has been suggested by a friend. There might be some kind of travel involved, possibly for some of you. But what this is saying though is that you're going to be involved in an activity that is new to you, you have never done before, gives you kind of a sense of, you know, adventure. If it's not giving you a sense of adventure, it may be something that involves some kind of a ritual, a spirit, you know, something having to deal with spirituality or some kind of a ritual, things of that nature. Very interesting. Kind of like clandestine. Pile 4, you're gonna have to, like, you know, when this meeting takes place, you're gonna have to let me know, what were you doing when you met this person? Okay. I'm very interested in knowing what were you doing, so come back and comment when this happens. All right, next let's look at some timing. So we're going to try and see if we can look at some astrological markers that will give us a clue as to when this meeting is going to take place. Okay, so here we've got Gemini is represented twice here. All right, so Gemini, very likely Gemini season. So Gemini season is the end of May, early June, because Mercury is also the ruler of Gemini, and then Mercury is also the ruler of Virgo. So Virgo is late August, early September. Okay, and then the 10th house, that is ruled by Capricorn, so Capricorn is late December, early January. 10 could also mean 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months. All right, things of that nature, and we'll narrow down some timing here in a little bit. So there you go. We got heavy Gemini coming up. So the vast majority of you guys will be meeting this person during Gemini season. Okay, and then we'll see if we can narrow that down here in a minute. But first, what we're going to look at is just some interesting kind of miscellaneous information about this first meeting and your future spouse. It says your paths will cross after you make a final decision. You already know what that is, it sounds like. They come from overseas. So that may mean that they were born overseas and then they grew up, in the area that you're at. Maybe their ancestors come from overseas, their family, their lineage. Maybe they are working overseas and they're coming back around. Something like that, okay? They have a personal pride for their collectibles, so they like to collect something specific. Communicating their feelings comes easy for them. They will be the one to ask you out. They have a triple syllable first name, and then there is a 3 to 5 year age difference between you, okay? Let's see if we can narrow down, let's see. All right, for pile 4, this first meeting will happen within the next 30 days, the next 60 days. All right, so for many of you, this first meeting is going to happen within the next 60 days from the time you are watching this video, okay? All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. If this video brought you any kind of value at all, do me a favor and smash that like button. share, comment, subscribe. I value your guys' feedback all the time, okay? And I look forward to reading for you guys again very soon. Take care, Pile 4. Bye.